Well, in 1945, when World War II ended, half of the world's manufacturing capacity was in the United States. And that lasted for decades. It declined very gradually. One of the reasons why, Kissinger and Nixon could do so much is because America was much more powerful then. Now America accounts for only 16% of the world's manufacturing capacity. Then there's the debt. Which is about $36 trillion and growing dramatically at about $1 trillion a year. And neither party, neither the Republicans nor the Democrats, have anywhere near the maturity and fiscal discipline to deal with the debt. It's amazing. I mean, when you watch Congress debate the budget, it's like the last days of ancient Rome. I mean,
and that's the point. As you see, and that's the point. Let me repeat it again.
The maturity and fiscal discipline to deal with the debt. It's amazing. I mean, when you watch Congress
listen again,
debate the budget, it's like the last days of ancient Rome. I mean, there is nobody in the room who's even remotely responsible. They just want to spend and spend and spend. Each part.
All praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kwadash, and the Bahas Zelda, and the apostles of the Timison who do well. A peace, a blessing, and salutation to you who are pushing this truth to the four winds of the heaven, being at the forefront of this spiritual war, to make sure Jerusalem is established as a praise here on Yeshageni, as in the days of old. So we are witnessing the last day of the Roman Empire, the second leg of the Roman Empire, man, and the empire in decline. Robert D. Kaplan was saying, like, after a little bit before and after World War II, America was the largest manufacturing country, man. They had a very huge manufacturing base, man, and they were able to sustain these countries which were at the forefront of World War II. She's European countries, man. They are able to provide the military equipment and component to go against the Axis power. So after that came in Nixon and Henry Kissinger, in which they moved the manufacturing base from the United States to China, and that was aimed to get cheap labor, man. And the Chinese were smart about it, and that's all prophecy, man. The Chinese, what they did is they put a condition to the American company which were moving over there to get cheap labor. They said, you need to share with us your core technology. See, that's why you have iPhones. The iPhone we use over here in Tanzania or in Africa, they have been assembled, something known as assembled in China. They have been assembled in China, man. So in that process, they were able to get what you call the core technology of everything, man. In which, when Trump came into power, he was always complaining about the Chinese stealing intellectual properties, man. And after that, the Chinese have surpassed the United States in the manufacturing base, in which the United States right now, they only manufacture about 16% of the whole world manufacturing capacity. So the Chinese have done overtaking them, man. And again, in the United States, like any other declining empire, there's a lot of bureaucracy, man. If I saw another gentleman, he was at the Trump rally. I think he's from the Middle East. He wants to invest in America. You have to go through all this bureaucracy. And Trump said, if you want to establish a company or invest in America, it might get 10 to 15 years to get the approval if you are not familiar with the bureaucracy over there in America, or if you are an outsider from America, man. So we are witnessing an empire in decline, man. You see, we are witnessing an empire like watching the last day of the Roman Empire, man. You see, so the spirit is into this as the spirit is into this different analysis as to she to correlate America with the Roman Empire. And I had another very, very, very good video, man. A very good video, man. Let me see if I can find it. I was watching that video, man. Uh, let me see. Let me see if I can get that. See? Can you please get here to the banquet hall in 10 minutes? Another video. I need you to take back everything I sent Charles Hughes.
And America has been a democratic republic, arguably, for 230.
It say from Tom Hartman. He said Trump return echoes Romans fall, and he's going to it, man. Detail after detail, man. Comparing America with Rome.
6 years. The end of the democratic phase of the Roman Republic, which was followed by several hundred years of tyranny, basically, and then the collapse of the empire itself. The end of the democratic phase of the Roman Empire was really brought about by a small group of very, very rich Roman citizens. Marcus.
You see, like he said, Elon Musk. You see, they want America to be, what is that word again? To be a bureaucratic. You see?
Licinius Crassus was the leader of the band. He was the richest man in Rome, in the Roman Empire, the entire empire. Very, very wealthy. And he hated the fact that his taxes were paying for Rome's free bread for all policy. Remember bread and circus would give people free bread, give them the Colosseum, and they won't revolt. Well, he didn't like that because it was being paid for with his tax dollars. So he and a few other rich guys, Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus was probably the most famous. He was called Pompey the Great, or Pompey the Great. They wanted to end the voice of the public in political decision making. And particularly they want to end free bread paid for with their tax dollars. So they used their massive wealth to promote authoritarian populism and buy off legislators. It was the Senate, the Roman Senate, who'd be loyal to them. And this created a gridlock in the Roman Senate, which caused the Roman people to lose faith in their form of government. The Senate was no longer capable of getting anything done because the senators who were loyal to the billionaires, to the Roman billionaires, refused to go along with doing anything that would help the people. All they wanted to do was tax cuts for the billionaires in the Roman Senate. Now, I'm hypersimplifying, but you can read this in multiple analyses of the rise and fall of the Roman Empire. There were three primary elements that the Roman morbidly rich used to erode the power of Rome and replace it with sycophants loyal to them. The first was polarization and elite gridlock. They basically set society against itself, and the very, very wealthy people, prevented any forward progress in the legislative arena. The second was the erosion of democratic norms. They destroyed the idea of compromise, collegiality, working things out in the Senate, and that sort of thing. And the third was
That's the same thing. Nothing works in the Senate, man, and in the Congress, the House of Republicans. Nothing goes through, man. See? And what they do, because nothing goes through, if you want to introduce a bill, you need to have leverage. You need to make a concession. For example, Trump is coming right now. He thinks it will be a walk in the park. No, man. You need to compromise on certain things, man. That's why in the last term, Trump did not do what he wanted to do. See? he was kind of a newcomer, man.
Concentration of power in the hands of a small elite who funded and thus controlled Rome's senators.
And right now, you have this big tech, man. You see, you have this big tech. The power is being centralized, man. They are taking control. Like America is moving to what you call feudalism, in which you have the overlord and the serfs, man. Only two classes in feudalism, man. There is no middle class in feudalism, man. You only have the autocracy and the serfs, man. See?
It took decades, but they finally succeeded in using that lack of faith in their government, in the Roman government.
And everything he's speaking is happening in America, man. You see? Let me get a scripture. Let me see. Ecclesiastic, man. Ecclesiastic 1:9. It says, the things that have been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything wherefore it may be said, this is new? It has been already of all the time which was before us. See? See? There is no new thing under the sun, man. See? And from there, you're going to get the book of Daniel 12. Say, not 12. Let me see. Not Daniel 12, Salakia, man. I got a mental block right there. Daniel 4:17. It says, this matters by the degree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know that the most shall rule in the kingdom of men, and I give it to whosoever he will, and set up over it the bases of men. And I saw another video by the elder Apostle Taha. He was going to Elon Musk, and he changed his name to Maximus. I don't remember Maximus who. You see, that dude come in the spirit of the Roman Empire, and he was dressed up like a gladiator. See, some Baphomet mixed in there. That's a high level witch, man. The Elon Musk, that's a high level witch, man. See, but the scripture speak about, I think in the book of Numbers. There is no enchantment against Jacob, man. This is Numbers 23 and 23. Let's start at 22. The Moshe brought them out of Egypt. Who was this? The Israelite. He has, as it were, strength of an unicorn. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob. See? There is no enchantment against Jacob. Neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time shall be said unto Jacob and Israel, what has Moshe allowed, man. So this current rulership, man. You see, this current rulership is full of witchcraft, man. You see, back in the old, I used to look at the current rulership when I was like, hey, man, see, how are we? I was in the mindset to get rid of this ignominy out of power even before I came to the ministry, man. So praise Shai. I had that mindset, man. But I didn't know how that can be possible. If we look at it in the old mindset, man, this devil ain't going nowhere anytime soon. But the scriptures tell us, man, this devil will fall like lightning. This devil is out of here, man. In a couple of months, man, he'll be out of here. Lord willing. See? So this is an empire in decline, man. There are witchcraft going on yours. That's why you are awake. Why they are awake? Not just you are awake. Why they are awake? And we are here to prophesy the second time. You see? I wholeheartedly believe I was in Rome, man. She prophesied against the downfall of the ancient pagan Roman Empire, man. Lord will. And I am back here in this modern day Roman Empire, second leg of the Roman Empire, man. Doing the same thing, Lord will, we endure to the end, man. And I speak that very, very in a humble spirit, man. See? So this is this I say, Shalom. I hope you are edified. On to the next.